Hey, what's up, broskies? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about something that doesn't get discussed enough in the industry, and it's the materials and devices that a good electrician uses versus what some guys out there are putting into your homes to lower or cut the cost. I've gotten two different dimmers here. To the average homeowner, they look almost identical, but as an electrician, I can tell you right away these are not the same. Not even close. Let me break it down for you. So let's open it up. So we have here your everyday Lutron dimmer. They're super common, reliable. Have nothing bad to say about this dimmer. I use them all the time. And just to kind of let's so in on here on the other side we have this Pure Light dimmer switch, which is I've never used one of these. I've seen them a lot, and that's what got me kind of curious about doing this video. I came across with a lot of these dimmers that unfortunately I had to replace, and I'm gonna break down the difference, a little bit of the difference in the cost, and just to kind of educate a little bit of this to the homeowners, or even maybe electricians that are probably installing these without knowing, with not bad intentions, just thinking that they're the same thing. But let's open it up. This one right here, and it's crazy, they are pretty identical. I don't know if through the video you'll be able to tell the difference other than the Lutron stamp there. This one doesn't have one. The clicking part of it, that's a giveaway, at least for a professional electrician. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm gonna try to. This is the cheaper one. This is your Lutron one. This one sounds very like hollow, very cheap, and it feels cheap. And if you just look at them, let's examine both of them, just what the eye could see. The material on this, I don't know if you can see on the video, but it looks very shiny, very like, even I think it's a different plastic. And this one, it feels like quality. Even the weight, this one a little bit heavy. It's just very light. And yeah, and from what the little bit of research that I did, apparently this one's UL, which in other words is good to install and to sell. It's UL listed, being tested. But there's gonna be a couple of things that I'm gonna mention, and just to kind of inform you guys, and you guys at the end of the video make your conclusion of what you guys want to do with the knowledge. But and it's funny, one of the things that I did a little bit of research in this one, the Pure Light, I came across that there's like other two companies that use this exact dimmer. They just changed the sticker in the box and they call it something else. I think one, at least the two that I remember, one of them was called, this company, I never heard of this company, Voltatech and Delume. And it was funny because I have gone to different supply houses just curious being curious. I asked for those dimmers, and some of them, not all of them, some of them have them, and they're very cheap. And I can see why people they're starting to use these, but the person that's being affected is the homeowner, because they're probably thinking that they're getting the real deal, the actual Diva dimmer, and not realizing they're getting the imitation, or at least from my opinion, it's imitation, because it looks very similar. And these are companies I've never heard of. And this one's Lutron they have a good reputation, and they're very reliable. They're a big company, and they've been in business for a good reason. And so for one of the things, one of the differences is this one, it runs for like $13, and this one runs about like 32 and change retail price. And so you can see kind of that's one of the big differences on the price range. And another things too, besides the clicking sound, the little leverage to dim it, you could feel the difference. This one's nice and smooth. This one's kind of like it's hard to explain it, but like kind of a little bit hard, and just feels, I don't know, like a little bit loose. And here's the dimming percentage dial here. This one feels good. This one looks, in the little research that I did, it's obviously the difference too is the components inside. This I have never installed one of these. Rarely. Obviously, nothing's perfect. I have come across where I install this one and then it goes bad. I'll go to my supplier. They'll swap it out right away or exchange it, even Home Depot. This one, I can't say much about this one. I've never used it personally. I have came across with this particular dimmers because for the times that I have gone and troubleshoot some jobs, and the things that you'll get off of this one from this one is this one you cannot guarantee that you're not gonna have any flickering on the lights, because there's a lot of times you'll get some flickering by installing this one, or if you try to dim it and the light, like the light will just, before it hits all the way to the bottom, it will just turn off. And obviously there's a couple of things that sometimes is some of the things, if you have a good dimmer and a good LED trim, and you're getting those issues, it's going to be your dimmer. But and with this one I have never had any issues with. The only time, which there'll be another video another time, the only time I've had that similar issue of having this dimmer installed is because of the dimmer. The same issue what we have here, similar devices, but they have their differences, price range and quality. Same things with trims, which I'll make another video for that one. But the majority of the times when there's some flickering, it just so happened to be because of the dimmer. And I have proved it many times to customers and show them light bulbs or trims flickering with this one, then I'll pop this one in and the problem is fixed. So they start questioning, hey, well, what's the difference? I thought I had good quality dimmers and so forth. So, and that's one of the reasons I came across to wanting to make this video, because it's been a lot of clients of mine wondering and questioning why people are installing these dimmers, and what can they do to kind of prevent it, or what do they need to ask, or which ones are the good ones, which ones are the bad ones, because obviously they're now aware of the brands, which ones are good, which ones are bad, so forth. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to make this video, to kind of inform them a little bit. And two, the reason I want to make this video is just to kind of inform homeowners to kind of just be aware that unfortunately there is a lot of electricians out there that they're installing these for once because of the price. They'll charge you, like if they're installing one of these, and they'll pocket the profit of saving money on these. And just imagine you're installing, you usually don't, if you're remodeling your house, your home, you're not installing one dimmer. Nowadays you kind of want to dim everything, so you're installing over 20 dimmers. So you kind of do the math, just add up the difference. It comes out to be a good amount. And that's one thing, just to kind of inform the homeowners. And second of all, and another thing is to reconsider when you get multiple bids, to kind of see why they're different. A lot of homeowners have asked me why certain bids are higher than others, what was the difference, and some people, and so I try to break it down depending on the breakdown on the bids. If there's a lot, one thing I noticed is that a lot of electricians are using the cheap stuff. They're not being descriptive on what they're installing. They kind of just make it just general, or rewiring your house, installing dimmers and so forth, and that's it. Other like myself, I like to be descriptive and let you know what type of dimmers I'm installing, what brands I'm installing, to kind of be more detailed, and so you could kind of know why my bid might be a little bit higher than others, making sure that I'm installing the right stuff, the good stuff. And that's for the homeowners. And as far as electricians, I do believe there might be some electricians not realizing the difference, which hopefully this video could you could kind of make your better decisions as far as which one to go with. At the same time, don't get blinded by just the money, trying to just close a deal, because at the end of the day, you want to keep your reputation. That's more important than just a couple bucks that you're gonna make in that by closing that contract. And in thinking long term, what's the point of just getting that job and later on you're not gonna be referred, or you're gonna get complaints and you're gonna lose money by going back and forth and replacing and explaining yourself why those dimmers are giving problems to the homeowner. And just thinking long term, you want to build a good relationship with your your clients. They'll refer me because I don't have to go back and fix something that I worked on. So electricians, kind of think about that a little bit more, about your reputation, other than just not being transparent and not caring for your customers, because they're the ones who keep us busy, and if this we're doing, I'm assuming we're doing this for a living. So that's my advice to electricians and homeowners. That was my advice to you guys. And just for the homeowners, a couple of things that you guys could ask your electricians to try to avoid this in the future is a couple questions that you could ask them is, what brand of materials are you using? Can you show me the product before you install it? Is it UL listed from a reputable manufacturer? A professional electrician will have no problem answering those questions. You know, eventually they'll feel proud, they'll feel, you know, like happy to answer the questions, because they'll kind of that will make them feel a little bit more professional, you know. So but if you, by you asking those questions, they get defensive or aggressive, well, that's your sign, that's a red flag right there, you know. It's because who gets defensive and aggressive? Only that one person that is hiding something, you know, that doesn't want to explain themselves because they know they're doing something wrong, you know. So those are the things that you could, homeowners, ask your electricians. And for electricians, it'll be good for you to be a little bit more detailed. I know it takes a little bit more time, but a little bit more detail on your bids, so like that you won't have any future problems as far as like homeowners being upset about what you install in their homes. Like that, if you're descriptive and if they want to save money and they're okay by you installing some of these, and they're being okay, and they after you explain to them the difference from this one, and they still want to go with this one on their own risk, you know, that you're protecting yourself, you know. So like that, you put that on paper, and if they have any issues, you know, you'll cover yourself. So you could do that, or just don't use them, just go with the real thing. But I would just choose to go with things that's not going to give me any problems. But everybody thinks different. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you guys, and I hope it was help for homeowners, electricians. And I'll be trying to make more videos similar to these, because there is a lot of devices, a lot of materials that they look very similar, but the cost difference is way different. And I'll call this a wrap. Loose it out. Hey guys, if you guys were entertained, enjoyed the video, learned a tip or two, please subscribe to support the channel. Thank you.